Mike, aren't you supposed to point at me? That's why I got in the radio, buddy. Give me the point. Give me the finger. Yeah. All right, here we go. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. Thank you. That is Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455.
How often does my beeper go off right as the show starts?
Really?
Again.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Don't call the people back, Drew.
I'm not going to.
Good.
But I mean, like, all the time. Could have taken 10 minutes earlier? Unbelievable.
Okay, Amanda de Cadenet is here, and yes, I've yelled at Drew many a time. Doesn't everybody in his life know that he's been hosting a goddamn radio show that starts at 10 o'clock for the last 15 years in this city? Is there?
And at 10 o'clock, the beeper goes off.
Is there a person in
3 out of 5 nights?
The beeper goes off at 10:02, and I yell, "Call that effer back," and start yelling at him.
Probably his wife.
No, it's the hospital.
Why do you page Dr. Drew at 10 o'clock? He does a radio show.
Because he's a proper doctor.
He's proper.
Don't start on my accent today.
All right.
Last time I was in, you gave me such a hard time about my accent.
It is very becoming.
Thank you. I'm pleased you still feel that way.
I certainly
Didn't he bring up his stripper girlfriend?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I love that English accent. Is a real turn-on. It's good.
Do you still have the stripper girlfriend?
No. Got rid of her.
Single.
She got rid of...
No. I have a girlfriend, but it's not. Oh, she got rid of me. Yeah, I'm sorry, Drew.
Let's be really clear here.
Please, Drew. I can't have an ounce of cool in front of Amanda. Does she have to know everyone dumped me? Amanda and I spoke last at the House of Blues.
House of Blues, that's right.
About, how long ago was that? Do you remember?
About a year and a half.
Was it that long?
Yeah. The highlight of the evening, apart from you, was that I got to meet Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yeah.
Very exciting. My 6-year-old daughter introduced me to him.
He was there that night?
Mm-hmm.
And I
missed out on that.
Because I came here.
Oh, you had to be here at 10. Well, it was definitely much later than that.
We did this pilot thing for House of Blues that I thought was a pretty decent show, but I have no idea where it is or what happened to it or what they're doing with it.
No clue, but you saved me. You did a lot of talking that night, because I, quite frankly, didn't have a lot to say.
Well, that's all right. You're a model. What do you...
Excuse me?
I won't listen. Okay, but here's my point.
I'm a model?
It's important to... Well, I mean, you're a good-looking woman, right?
Oh, thank you.
And it's important to be able to talk, but it's not a number one. No,
let's twist it around. If Adam couldn't talk, what the hell do you think he'd be doing?
Exactly.
That's right. I would be... Not
underwear ads.
I would be schlepping equipment. That is exactly right. All right, so what do you want to talk about? Mascara?
Sure.
Ione Skye was supposed to be in here. She also stars in Mascara, which is Amanda's latest project. In here, like a month and a half ago, and then last week sometime, and sort of fell short each time. I don't know what's up with her.
She just never came?
She well, one time her publicist called in.
Instead.
Right, and then another time she was supposed to come in here and didn't come in here again. So I'm sure she had a good excuse.
She was saving it for me because she knows how I love to come and spend time with you both.
Well, let's talk about this Mascara because I haven't seen it yet.
What do you want to know?
Give us the plot.
What's it about?
It's about 3 women and probably has some topic matter that you're familiar with in here. It's 3 women, all very dysfunctional. Just trying to get it together, really, and the relationship between the 3 of them. It's a good chicks movie.
Who's the third? You and Ione
Skye and Lumi Cavazos.
Lumi Cavazos.
She was in Quarter for Chocolate.
Oh, she was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of those artsy things.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from that. Movies for me have to involve meteors. Giant meteors or giant breasts?
Oh, there you go.
A giant breast is hitting the planet.
You were okay with any sort of giant supernatural power?
I like it when bugs get big.
Right.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
No, I mean...
Ants.
Yeah,
no. When they actually get big, when actually radiation being a gamma ray hits them.
Right. I like when things are unnaturally large.
Really? Okay.
That's the title of your new book.
I want to look at something unnaturally large. All right, Amanda, you know how the show works, even though it's been a while since you were on. When were you on last then? If I saw you a year and a half ago...
It was about 2 years ago.
And I think that's too long for us, because I think we have a certain sort of thing happening, right?
Well, I did bump into you in a Studio City and an eating establishment.
Oh, that's right. Where the hell were we?
Did she run out the back? Did you run?
It was too late. He'd seen me.
Yeah.
I can't think of where we were.
Somewhere in Studio City.
But we have there's a certain sort of magic between us.
I agree. That's why I came
Wouldn't
back
you say?
here. I can't
we
stay
have a
away.
certain attraction to me, right?
You know what? I think we get on well.
Right.
Yeah.
You hear that? That's as close to
That's
yes
all
as
I'm
you're ever
committing
going to
to.
hear on this show.
That's all I'm committing to right now.
Thank you. That's plenty.
Can we play I'm a Bitch tape? What's that?
That is plenty. I have no idea. There's 15 radio shows that go on in here.
Okay.
Jessica? Mike, you're on top of your game.
Jessica.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, my problem is that I was listening to the radio show a couple weeks ago, and somebody called about genital herpes, and I got the type 1 virus like a year ago from oral sex, and my problem is that I'm afraid now of giving it to my new boyfriend because we're wearing condoms. I thought that would be okay, but you said something about if my cum gets on his balls.
Well, here's the deal. First of all, you know you don't want to have intercourse when you're having an outbreak, right?
Of course.
Okay. When you're not, there are periods of time when you still can secrete a fair amount of virus, and the condom will only protect the skin that is covered by the condom.
What?
And if there's fluid that has virus that gets to other areas, there's a potential of the rash breaking out there. Now, the skin is not as easily penetrated as the skin of the penis. But
Oh, it isn't?
No, it is not.
I thought that there had to be like an opening to an opening.
Well, that's one of the theories, is that there needs to be some sort of, but these can be very microscopic openings, and
Why, hold on, the skin of the surrounding area but not the penis is
tougher to infect.
It is.
Yeah.
But isn't your scrotum sort of porous?
Easier to infect.
Amanda, one time I was working with gasoline. I had all on my hands, and I was scratching myself, and I noticed a slow burn start to creep up my leg, and it's because my gas hand had gotten on my scrotum, and it actually absorbed it like a sea sponge. And then I was smoking while I was peeing, and a stream of fire came out of my... No, but your scrotum, like, okay, put it this way. If you took
please teach me about the scrotum.
About your scrotum.
Yeah, mine.
One scrotum. If you took Bengay or something and you rubbed it on the palm of your hand, you wouldn't feel much. But if it ever touched your scrotum, you'd burn up from the inside out, right, Drew?
You combust, yeah.
But so, isn't that area
easily infected?
I know that there are symptoms that I need to look for, but is there anything else that I can do to make sure that he's safe?
You could take suppressive therapy, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you can take antiviral medication chronically, and that tends to substantially reduce the amount and risk of viral shedding.
Jessica?
Viral shedding.
Why am I not a fan of it?
Yeah.
Because I just don't like people taking medication chronically for a simple, rash.
Basically, can't you just abstain at that time?
Yeah, but you can...
During the outbreak.
She is abstaining during the outbreak, but you can be infectious anytime. You're more infectious during the outbreak, but
a year and a half.
Yeah, I would just accept a certain amount of... see, I'm in a kind of awkward position here. I shouldn't be making very sweeping general... If you were in my office, I would talk about considering accepting a certain amount of risk if your boyfriend wanted to.
Give the pager number. Page G.
Well, no, but no, please don't. But at 10 o'clock every night if you wish, though.
Yes.
But that... the medication, it's a real medication. I've had people who are on suppressive therapy get mood changes and thinking changes, and it's probably has no significant long-term effects. But all right,
we all right?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'm thinking if she has too many breakouts, she may lose her job as a train conductor. Did you hear what was going on in the back of each one of those calls? I mean, what was that? I gotta know. You think it was just
She's not in the engine room. She was in the compartments on the car.
Is that just a cell phone? Jessica?
Yeah.
That's the car phone.
Is that just your car phone?
Yeah.
Okay, stop it.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, where the hell are we, Jessica? Oh,
another
man.
Jessica.
On a cell phone.
Yes.
No wonder I was confused when I looked up.
Oh, wow.
Jessica?
Yes.
You're 24.
Yes.
What's happening?
I just wanted to say I enjoy your show, for one. I wanted to make a comment before I ask my question. You had a recent caller, talking about she found some porno tapes of her dad.
Right.
Last night.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I just wanted to say, telling her not to be too worried, too upset about it, I mean, get used to it for one, get over it.
Hey, you need your own column, Jessica.
Well,
you have a knack for this stuff. Listen, this 15-year-old, her dad was beating her, and she was getting in all kinds of trouble. Remember that?
I think you're confusing the call that came just before her. This was when they found the porno from the 70s in the glove compartment of her dad's car.
Oh, well,
another art movie.
Then there was the other 15-year-old who broke into the neighbor's house
Yes,
to get the porn
that was
movie.
the other one, right? That was the one who'd been being beaten and stuff. Now, she's talking about the one whose dad had. Remember, you said she found 15 in a basket, and you went, "Oh, that's just the ones you found."
Yeah,
remember?
They're like roaches. These pornos. You see one, there's 1,000, 1,000 more hiding.
Yeah, but I think I'm not letting the dad that much off the hook. I think it is potentially a bad message to give a young adolescent female, demeaning to women, and is potentially very destructive for a kid under the age of 8 to 10. So.
I agree, but I mean, I was making a comment to other girls. I've had friends who've had problems with their boyfriends having pornos and porn mags and stuff like that. And
that's different.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. But you know, it's like I would rather my boyfriend, you know, be masturbating to a porn mag than going out to a strip club, you know, or going out cheating on me.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
I wouldn't be happy my boyfriend doing any of that.
You wouldn't? You wouldn't? What if the guy liked to keep a couple of, you know, page 3 girls around?
I'd rather know about it, but I don't think I'd be too comfortable with any of it, to be honest. Because it says a lot about the person.
It does?
It says he's male.
Well, what does that mean? That every male's into pornos or pornography?
Most guys have a soft spot somewhere.
Somewhere that we won't go into right now. Yeah.
No, most guys like that. Now, some guys really like it, and some guys just sort of dabble in it. You know, some guys can do without. I don't trust those guys. I have a bunker. The changing of the guard's going to happen soon. By the way, Drew down there. Jessica?
Yes.
All right, so what was your question tonight, though?
My question, okay, I am able to have multiple orgasms.
Lucky you.
And I've heard that men also can, and I was wondering...
We don't believe it.
Yeah. Well, you got to have one on Monday, then on Wednesday, and then on Friday.
Well, I was wondering if that's possible, if that's true, and if so, what I could do.
We don't believe it's true.
It's not true?
Well, you could try.
I think they have to have a tiny break in between.
They have to have a refractory phase.
You know?
That's right. There's no way around it.
It can be minutes, but they have to have that break, just from my experience.
Yeah, it's, you cannot... What is my definition, Engineer Mike? Oh, what is he, out of the room? Yeah. Mike has my definition of a multiple orgasm for a male, and he'll play that whenever he's done feeding the meter.
Maybe he's looking at porn mags. I mean,
but guys cannot do that. I mean, there's always 3 guys who can do everything, but most guys cannot do that. Do you know what I'm saying, Jessica?
Right.
So why your man is happy, isn't he?
I think so.
I mean, he's happy after one, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, leave him alone.
Well, I mean, like, we were talking about it one time, you know, and he was just curious about it, too, so, I don't know. I just thought I'd ask.
How old is he?
He's 26.
Yeah, still possible. Once you get to Drew's age, that's it.
Oh, forget it.
Yeah. It's a mouse came out of your urethra the second time. He tried.
Same boner, different jizz?
There you go. That is the definition.
What was that again, Mike?
You shouldn't
Same boner, different jizz?
There you go. I think that is the definition. All right. Hey, Jessica?
Yeah.
Oral sex. That's the only way to do it.
Okay.
What? Do what?
I don't know.
you just had to say that, didn't you?
I just wanted to work that in. Jessica, you're good looking, right?
I'd like to think so. Oh.
All right. I believe her. I can tell when girls are good looking because they're annoying. It's not you.
Boy.
Not from England.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? But we do, every once in a while, we'll talk to someone on the radio, and I realize nobody's pulled them aside and said, honey, would you shut the F up for 10 minutes? I can't think here.
I got told that this evening. So.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
That's a compliment. It means you're good looking. No,
it was on
actually,
the phone,
wait a minute. It's a bad thing. Who did that to you, honey?
Somebody in England.
I will blacken their eye, his or her eye.
I'll send them in.
Huh. Where are they? Who was it? Boyfriend?
Someone in England.
Oh. Do they know what you look like?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Some kind of rock star or something, right?
didn't say that.
Yeah, it had to be some sort of no.
It's quasi-abusive.
Guy who worked at a butcher shop would say that to a man. He must be some kind of mogul, some kind of rock star, some sort of actor type, right?
And I'm not.
He's full of himself, whoever it is.
Perhaps when he said that.
Yeah. All right. I can go over there and straighten it out. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to take a phone call.
I'm going to straighten it out. I'm good at that.
Just make a phone call. I got people over there. Beth?
Yeah.
You're 24.
Yeah, I got a question. First of all, you guys, your show's awesome. Drew, congratulations on your engagement.
Drew. I've been married for 8 years.
Sorry, I didn't meant that, Adam.
Well, better late than never,
you got
right?
engaged?
Absolutely.
Is that shocking?
Oh, my good God.
We got to talk to this girl, don't we?
Who?
Wow.
I had,
Fiancé.
No, you don't.
Dr. Drew?
Yeah.
Quick one for you. Two things. First of all, you said last week, I'm calling from Chicago, so it's a couple days ago, I guess, here. As far as Walmart, what is it that they're not carrying, and what's the story behind it? I've been on the internet.
It's the morning after pill.
What's the difference between that and RU-486?
They are totally different. RU-486 is a medicine that you take
that naturally aborts,
that will
right?
cause an abortion. That if a baby is developing in your uterus, it will be caused to come out.
Is that legal here now?
No.
Because it was only legal in France.
No, you will not see that in this country.
Well, they must be able to get it in England pretty easily,
no,
right?
you can't. You have to be registered to live in France.
Can't you have a few people go through the channel there and grab a handful and come back?
It doesn't work like that.
Really? Mm-hmm. We get crap from Tijuana all the time. Isn't
That's
that kind
true.
of what France
Different kinds of drugs, I think.
Isn't France your Tijuana?
No, people go down there to buy medication because they're so much less expensive down there.
I heard that, actually.
Yeah, but
illegal drugs.
But isn't France like your Tijuana?
You know what I mean?
Let me finish the point. But the deal is with the Prevent morning after pill, emergency contraception, it works by suppressing ovulation so conception never occurs. Do you understand that?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's after the point, I mean, if you've already had sex with somebody and...
It's within 72 hours.
You have 72 hours to suppress ovulation. If there's already an egg sitting in the tube, you're probably going to get pregnant. Okay, the highest probability of the morning after being effective is in the first 24 hours. This did come out of England, this stat, actually. The first 24 hours.
What's Walmart's deal? Why aren't
Their deal is there's some controversy about this pill whereby some data suggest it may alter the lining of the uterus and prevent implantation. In other words, when the embryo begins forming, it moves down the tubes and implants in the uterus. There is some data, which I happen to hold as inaccurate, that suggests the implantation cannot occur. I am firmly of the opinion that the pregnancy prevention of the morning after pill correlates with the suppression of ovulation and not with anything else.
But they do suggest that you only take it a couple of times in your life.
No.
Really?
Well,
that's what I heard.
Well, that may be a way of trying to discourage people from using it as a contraception.
Right, as a contraception.
Drew, I'm no physician, but at a day and a half, let's say 2 days, what form is the child in? Could the child support itself, or would it have to use one of those incubators or something if it happened to come out at that stage?
It'd be a few thousand cells at that stage, yeah.
Hair?
Like that.
No hair?
Yolk sac, yes.
And you could take the yolk sac home, let's say within a day or two, or would they have to stay over the weekend?
At least the weekend.
Okay, so it's a pretty big deal.
Yes.
Day and a half, 2 days, right? I mean, I could go out in the parking lot and hawk up, basically, what's coming out of that chick, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is a ridiculous argument to me. And as I've said 1,000 times on this show, people want to argue for the sake of arguing when it comes to this topic. They're very passionate about this. It's the same group of nut jobs who are real passionate about it. And if you say abortion, hey, we got a good idea for abortion, we'll use our RU-486. They'll say, no, you can't use that one. And if you say, hey, we don't even need an abortion pill anymore, we got this morning after pill, they'll argue against that. And whatever it is, they'll just keep arguing against because it has nothing to do with practicality or right or wrong. It's just for the sake of arguing.
I'm basically anti-abortion. I think the morning after pill is the only potential we have of eliminating abortion in this country.
I know, but it's so cowardly of these companies.
Well, you know what? It was
corporations
strongly
like
strongly driven by a pharmacy group.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think
pharmacist. Group. Not Walmart.
How do they even... I got to ask something real
Wait,
fast.
the RU48 pill was resisted by a pharmaceutical company.
No, the morning... RU46 will not be in this country. You will
Okay,
not
so the morning after pill.
Yeah, and so a large pharmacy chain is not allowing it to be issued through the pharmacy there.
Why? Because there isn't enough money to be made from it?
No, because they believe that it's maybe something related to abortion, so therefore they don't touch it.
Oh, it's a moral issue.
Oh, sure. We have that. We got assault weapons, but we'll never have RU46 in this country. Actually, you know what we ought to do? We ought to tell the FDA or the Commerce Department or something that RU-486 is a new type of assault weapon that's coming over from France, in which case they probably wouldn't even check the crates, would they? Hey, we're bringing over a big crate of RU-486. RU-486, it was used in the Korean conflict mainly. Sure. Yeah, we got big banana clips and everything. Oh, let them in. We don't even need to look. But here's what I'm going to say about the association of pharmacists, Drew. How do these people get together? They do not speak an understandable language. I've never met a pharmacist that spoke anything close to English, and I don't think they even have a native tongue. They speak pharmaceutical.
It's a whole different language.
Every goddamn time I talk to pharmacists, you know who they remind me of? You know the nationality of pharmacists, at least the ones in the Hollywood area? Remember Johnny Quest? Johnny Quest fought these foes that were sort of not quite Japanese, and they weren't quite Russian, and you didn't quite know what they were, but they had bad teeth, and you couldn't understand a thing they were saying. That is what the pharmacists of this country are like, or at least in the Los Angeles area. I've never met one that spoke a lick of English.
It was the Kubla Khan. The Kubla Khan on Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Spoke that language.
Yeah, they're like a Manchurian or something.
The Kubla Khan.
Right. All right. We'll take a little break. Amanda de Cadenet is here. She speaks perfect English. She speaks the Queen's English, as a matter of fact. And when we come back, more her, more you, more us, all after this.
Okay, so come on down off the tower.
This is 101 KFMA.
Thank you, Mike. Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew, and he's shaking his head. He called the hospital. He doesn't like what he heard. What's going on there, Drew?
Nothing that needed paging.
Drew, will you start yelling at people when they page you that way?
Because then I'm afraid they won't call me when it's appropriate.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No.
Then they start getting
set a boundary.
Set up boundaries,
yeah,
Drew.
I know I'm bad at that.
You know that as a parent. Amanda de Cadenet is here tonight. She is, well, you've had a bit of a eclectic career, wouldn't you say?
Very eclectic.
Is it hard to sort of classify you? I mean, you're an actress now, but
I was a model at the beginning of a show.
Right. Well, no, you were in England. You hosted or co-hosted a show.
That's right.
For quite some time.
Yeah, I did that from 14 to 19.
That is some time.
Wow.
That was some time.
Yeah,
I did my time on that.
And you've been acting for a while, but I mean, I guess you didn't seem like you went the traditional routes.
No, I was I really fell into hosting TV when I was 14. And I don't really know how it came about. They asked me to host this show, and I did. I'd never done it before. And then I did another show that was on live TV, and that was fun. I liked that. And then, I had a baby.
What were you doing?
Stopped.
Right on the set during the taping of the show?
Up until a week before I gave birth, I was working. I had my obstetrician on the set because...
What were you doing before 14 that led you into hosting a show in England?
I was a model.
Hey, can you model at 13?
Yeah, sure. Brooke Shields did, right?
I guess so. I don't know. Is that healthy? Are you all right?
You know what, people? You know what? I'm getting better.
Is it weird to be sort of, I don't know, sexualized? I mean, and not that you're modeling lingerie, but just that people want to take pictures of you.
Objectified.
Objectified. I don't know if I really am. I don't notice it. I've never really noticed it. And I don't think I'm outwardly provocative with my sexuality.
But when you were,
I mean, I may have been when I was a little younger.
You have a son, right?
No, a daughter.
Oh, that's better.
Atlanta. She's 7.
That's going to fit the question better. Would you want your daughter modeling at 12, let's say?
Well, you know, interestingly enough, I get a phone call for her at least once a week from friends asking if she wants to do, you know, commercials and stuff. And I don't really want her to. I want her to be a child for as long as I can keep her, you know, enjoying child playthings.
Photos, pictures?
Yeah, I don't want her to do it.
Service we can see.
Atlanta, yeah, I do have photos of her.
Drew, get out pictures of the triplets. I think one of them's mine. Oh, yes. Tommy?
Yes.
You're 25.
Yes.
What's going on?
I just recently found out last week that my girlfriend's pregnant again. And during the first time, we used birth control and we used condoms. Then all of a sudden, we were fine, and she just told me she was pregnant again. Is there anything we can do without, because she don't want to take the Depo-Provera shot? Is there anything else we can do?
Tommy, what the hell are you talking about? There's a very confused discussion.
She's on the pill. Tommy's using condoms.
Is that true?
Yes.
She's on the pill. What does Depo-Provera have to do with all this?
Because she's pregnant again.
All right.
And she doesn't want to take the Depo-Provera shot because she heard so many bad things about it.
Okay, is she currently on the pill?
She was.
She wasn't taking it properly? Is that why they're talking about switching her to the shot?
No, she took it religiously.
Why are they switching her to the shot?
No, she doesn't want to she doesn't want to take the Depo-Provera shot.
Why did you even bring that up then?
Because what else can we use as birth control?
Because she takes the pill religiously and it doesn't have any effect on her.
She takes the pill and she's pregnant again?
Mm-hmm.
No.
And you have a condom.
I don't know how that's possible.
It's not possible.
And what about your condom?
I don't know if it broke or not.
Maybe. Did it have a hole in the end of it?
This is...
I know, but what a ridiculous bogus call if this is a bogus call. Tommy?
Bogus call?
Well, I tend to believe you.
I'm being serious.
No, I believe you, but I don't believe you. I mean, I know she wasn't taking the pill religiously, and you were wearing a condom, and she got pregnant. If it is, it's baby Jesus' cousin or something.
Right.
You didn't abort the child, did you?
No.
Okay, well, this is it. This is the savior. I want you to have this kid. I want this kid to wear a helmet at all times. You understand?
He hung up.
He hung up?
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't bogus at all.
All right, it was bogus, but what the hell kind of bogus call is that?
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Listen, you lamos, if you're going to call up with a bogus call, make it a good one. Make it titillating. Make it interesting.
Yes.
And don't make it so transparent. I mean, don't make it a mathematical impossibility.
And sell it a little bit.
Yeah, and sell it.
Tommy's
my girlfriend's pregnant. She's on a pill. She had a sponge in her. I had a condom on, and we only had oral sex. And now she's pregnant for the third time. And now,
no, you're a little too lively.
Yeah, that was a little lively. I condensed it for our listeners. But Jesus, you retards, come up with something decent. I welcome a nice bogus call if it has to do with something being stuck in somebody's ass or something good, something titillating, something exciting. Joe?
Hey.
You're 22.
Yes, I am. Well, first of all, your show rocks.
Thanks.
You guys are hilarious. My question is, my girlfriend and I were fooling around, and something started coming out of her nipples. It looks like milk, and I was wondering, does that necessarily mean she's pregnant? I mean,
that's be the most common reason for that. Okay.
Okay. Would it happen without her being pregnant?
Yes. Medication can cause that. Low thyroid conditions can cause that. Prolactin-secreting tumors, the pituitary, can cause it.
What about the serious stimulation?
And very occasionally, just heavy-duty stimulation of the nipples.
Okay.
So she needs to see a doctor right away.
Cool. And my other question... well, just that I got the answer. My other question was...
what answer? You got 15 possible scenarios. None of them good.
Go to the doctor.
It was to go ahead and do something instead of...
Oh, okay,
You start with a pregnancy test, okay? That's number one.
Another question I had was, I use heroin, and I frequently...
heroin can cause this sometimes, too, by the way.
Oh, really?
She used heroin, too?
Yes.
Yeah.
My other question was, I always, my body temperature fluctuates a lot.
Because you're doing heroin, yeah.
Does that have anything, does it, affect the thyroid at all?
No, but it'll drop your body temperature.
I mean, well...
It'll kill you.
I know that, but I'm saying, it's not just, cooling me down, it's making me hot. It's almost like I'm cold-blooded, I need to go into the sun to warm up, I need to go in the shade to cool down.
Yeah, it'll drop your body temperature.
Why?
Well, first of all, one of the things it will do is dilate blood vessels, and so your normal body mechanism for controlling temperature, internal temperature, is altered. So you're more prone to the effects of the ambient environmental temperature.
I think all women are on heroin, aren't they? Isn't that true?
I thought all models were.
My girlfriend will be like, I am freezing in this house. It is like we're in some kind of meat locker. I'm like, honey, I'm looking at the thermostat. It's a digital readout. It says 71. 71 degrees. I am freezing. Yeah. It's like, honey, it says 71. So I'm wearing a pair of shorts and I'm fanning myself.
Same thing. It's got to read 99. And then I overheat, and then it's got to read 62.
I think women are trying to cook men slowly. I really do. I think that is their diabolical plan. Like that Outer Limits episode. What was that episode? What was that? No, I know you're from England. You're all right, but True will never know to eat people. Remember the cookbook? Oh, True. Serve man. True, please. I know this one. Twilight Zone, Drew?
I know Twilight Zone, but I don't know this one.
One of the most famous episodes of this Twilight Zone is when the aliens come down and they're making friends with all the humans, and then they find out it's a big cookbook.
Yeah, I know.
You don't know that one?
I know the one with the William Shatner or
that's like some middle of the night, weird TV movie.
No, it's if you're from the United States, you should know about that.
Which I'm not.
Which you're not, but which Drew is. Although I'm fast becoming convinced that he's not. All right, so Joe?
Yeah.
Don't get your girlfriend pregnant when you're both high on heroin, would you, please?
Oh, I don't plan on it.
Well, it sounds like you may have already gotten her pregnant, Joe.
Well, if so, we got to take care of it. Where's the closest country we can go to get that pill?
The RU-486?
Yeah.
You can just have an abortion, Joe. You don't have
I know.
To go
it was a joke.
Okay.
All right, hey, Joe.
Why don't you take care of the heroin addiction a little bit, huh? When you really got to think seriously about getting your addiction treated.
Well, one thing at a time. I've just recently got myself off the streets, and I need to take care of other things like getting a job and all kinds of crap. I'm lucky enough to have somebody let me live in their house now. So
I'm glad you're off the streets.
One step at a time.
I agree with you, but boy, none of it's going to be sustained if you're still strung out.
Let me explain the one step at a time thing. The first one is heroin.
Yeah,
that's number one.
Yeah, if you take care of that, the rest will follow.
Yeah, and getting the job and getting the phone hooked up again and all that stuff is a layup once you're off. You stop chasing the dragon.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to keep a job strung out. It's not going to happen. Plus, you're going to need to take some time out to get the heroin treated. Yeah.
Well, hey, give me a job at the radio station.
Yeah, I think you're overqualified.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really do. All right, sorry, Mike. Hey, Joe, listen, nutjob, would you use a condom or get her on the pill or something?
Well, she's kind of reluctant on the pill because she's heard rumors about
pill,
ovarian cancer.
Okay. I love this.
Heroin,
this happens all the time. People that are addicts and people that smoke tons of pot.
We could justify anything and come up with answers.
Hey,
Joe, really.
Great rationalizing.
Your girlfriend is really sort of border. To call her retarded is unfair to people who are actually retarded. It really is.
Damn, babe.
She's shooting up heroin and she's worried about the pill.
Yeah.
Come on, Joe. Would you get realistic, please?
Hey, man.
Listen, I just don't want a couple of junkies raising a kid. Do you understand? I don't want to bum your high.
We don't want to raise a kid either.
Don't get her pregnant again. Okay. Get her on the pill. Give her that Depo-Provera.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Not scared of needles. Mike?
Yes.
You're 16. Drew, you got to write that one down. What are
it happens all the time.
The junkies worried about
Adam. All
detrimental effects of the pill.
All
it's
the
time. Rationalization.
You would be amazed at people and the stuff they do to themselves, but if it's something that somebody else is giving them...
Of course, they don't have control of it.
Forget it. It's the man giving me something, and it's bad
But we haven't even heard that one yet on this show, have we?
No, but I've heard it so many times.
She's doing heroin and she's worried about the ovarian cancer with the pill.
Yeah. By the way, there's no risk for that.
She must have read something in Red Book or McCall's or something. Mike?
Yeah.
What's going on?
My radio gods.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, you're welcome.
Your goddess is here tonight, Amanda de Cadenet.
Pretty English lady.
Yes, she certainly is.
I was calling to ask you guys, the most accessible celebrities I know, since you guys know a lot of celebrities, do you think they change their names when they become famous or as they're coming up? And if so, what are the important components of a celebrity name?
Are you wanting to change your name and planning on becoming a celebrity?
No, I'm just curious.
Well, first off, I know that Amanda de Cadenet's real name is Gilda Scheinberg. I wasn't going to bring it up.
I can't believe you said that.
Gilda, let's just call you Mrs. Scheinberg, whatever.
No, Gilda, please.
Okay.
Gil, to you.
Yeah.
How many celebrities do we know that have changed their names?
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Norma Jean.
Engelbert Humperdinck. He was.
But there are a lot of people that do.
Well, the rappers.
Yeah, they all have one name.
Yeah.
I'm not into that, though.
Well, if you're going to sing, you got to change your name. But if you're going to be a celebrity, I think it's all right just to keep your name.
Yeah, did you keep yours?
Did I?
Yes.
Well, Adam, I shortened it. It was Adam Carolla Steen.
All right.
Well, you think anyone would change their name to Adam Carolla?
I don't know. You're a DJ, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad DJ names out there, and I don't know why people screw around with that. No. A lot of guys named Trey and
name
stuff.
Is your name.
Yeah, your name's your name. All right?
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for wasting everyone's time, mate.
Hey, you're welcome.
Appreciate that. Uh-oh, no. Drew's going somewhere. Deanne? Hold on, where are you going, Drew?
You get paged again?
Well, can you wait 30 seconds? I haven't gone to commercial yet. Drew,
I'll help you out.
Okay, shut the door.
I'll help you.
Shut the door. Thank God, finally some quality time with Amanda.
Almost alone.
Deanne? You're 24.
Yeah?
I think Amanda's really attracted to me.
Uh-oh. As long as you can call me Gilda.
What is going on there, Deanne?
Actually, I just had a comment for you, Adam. Last night we were listening to the show, and the guy from Boston called in and said that he had seen you on Politically Incorrect.
All right.
And so we went ahead, because your show ends here in Sacramento at midnight, which is when Politically Incorrect starts.
Sure.
And we watched the show because I had to see. I had to put a face to the voice.
All right.
And I just wanted to let you know that I totally disagreed with what those ladies were saying.
Oh, so you agree with me?
I do. I have to say that I do, and I was very surprised with myself.
Oh, good. Hey, as far as putting a face to the voice, we've had a TV show for 17 years now on MTV. MTV?
I'm sorry, no. You know what?
You don't have cable?
No.
Okay.
I'm a mother of two, and just cable's not in the budget.
Okay.
So.
That's bad, by the way. That is bad.
It means she might actually take care of her kids instead of putting them in front of the TV.
Well, that's probably good, then. All right, Deanne, take care of those young'uns.
Thank you.
Let's see if you can scrape up an extra $23.75 a month, for Christ's sake, would you?
Yeah, I'll see if I can do that.
All right. All right, I appreciate you agreeing with me.
Okay.
I'll never argue with someone who does that. Amanda de Cadenet is our guest. Drew is off making phone calls to parts unknown. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll do more of the show. Hey, it's the Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. He is Dr. Drew. Tomorrow night, Kevin Nealon will be in here. You know him from hosting the news desk at Saturday Night Live for many seasons and a handful of other projects. I'm not sure what he's plugging tomorrow night, but he'll be in here. Amanda de Cadenet is in here tonight, one of the few women that's attracted to me outside of my own family. One of the few guests with the guts to come forward and admit it, even after I coaxed it out of her.
That's true, you did.
Was that coaxing?
I think I did a little coaxing.
I think he kicked me really hard in the shins under the table.
Yeah.
I think, I don't want to bask in my own glow for too long here, Amanda.
Oh, come on. How much longer? We've had 45 minutes of the show so far.
Clearly it's bigger than the both of us. And what is it about me that you like the most? I mean, can you
take this call
articulate?
about the foot fetishist?
Yeah, go on 5.
Are you able to articulate yourself?
I think we can take... Excuse me?
All right.
Let's take the foot fetish call.
All right, we'll get it out of her.
No, 5.
Oh, 5? Well, Drew, I'm looking at your...
I know, she asked for that one.
I know, but I can't read. Travis?
Yeah.
You're 18.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, all my life I've been obsessed with women's feet and, made something up in order to get to massage their feet or get them to step on my face or different things. And then
step on your face?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But sometimes, they'll, right after I ask them, they say, why, or what's with the foot massaging, they ask me, and then I try to explain it to them, but...
What do you say?
Well, I say I'm just like, women's feet, it's just the way it's been all my life, but I can't come up with any logical...
Travis, are you excited when you see women's feet?
Yeah.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
It's always fascinated me. I know someone that's like this.
An adult?
And an adult. And he always has a thing about my shoes.
Really?
And so I've always wondered why it is. Why the feet?
It's a low self-esteem for me. I don't want women to even have shins. I don't need them.
Nothing below the knee?
Plus, they can get away.
God.
I like them when I can catch up to them, you know what I mean? Can't get far on just knees.
The only
only time I get attracted to their feet is if they're wearing sandals, or I could see the skin, or if they're just barefooted.
No, here's why I'm so...
The toes?
Well, not especially toes, like the sole and stuff like that.
The arch of the foot.
Yeah,
the whole foot.
Well,
it's low self-esteem. That's what it is.
It is some sort of event that coincides with a predisposed individual or biology. And usually it is some sort of overwhelming feelings about mom. The theories are that there's some sort of castration anxiety that kids deflect onto a preoccupation with something else, namely the feet. I'm sure there's some sort of biological learning mechanism.
You know, my daughter was telling me tonight about a boy she knows who's really young, who has a thing about feet, and he's about 10.
I put that kid into therapy immediately.
I would too.
Not your child, but the foot fetish.
No, well, she
young
asked
boy.
me. She said, you know, it's a little strange.
The 7-year-old saying that.
Yeah. Hey, Travis.
Yeah.
Help me with this. Here's my theory. When you worship a woman's feet, when you worship someone's feet, it's a sort of esteem thing. I mean, when the nobility would come in, you would get down on your knees and you would
Imagine how women
kiss
feel
their
being
feet.
on their knees.
Oh, yeah, but they're getting paid. It's different.
Oh,
it's totally
my God.
different. Travis?
Yeah.
Do you have a little esteem problem?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, I've had a big family breakup and stuff like that during my childhood.
Yeah.
That, you know,
it's a way of deflecting some heavier feelings, really.
How do you get people off of a fetish once it's dug in?
Very difficult. It really, one of the things, it seems perhaps it's almost a platitude just to say, try to not to focus on the fetish when you're involved with somebody. Stay focused on the person and the experience you're having. Be present emotionally and see if you can grow in that relationship and get around the fetish so it doesn't block your feelings so much.
Don't let it become your life. And just because you're interested in it, it doesn't mean you have to live it 24/7.
Well, it does. A true fetish means you have to have in order to function sexually.
Absolutely, but I found that people that have really strong fetishes, when they're deeply in love with somebody, it's harder sometimes for them to fulfill the fetish.
The fetish goes away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they have the capacity to really connect.
Absolutely, it's a way of diverting the
Here's
fetish.
I think you have to treat the fetish this way. You know, once in a while, you hear some news story about some guy who gets shot in the head, and they go, we're going to leave the bullet. They go, it will do more damage trying to get it out and everything. Or the guy gets like a piece of rebar through his head or something. They just cut it off at each end and leave it in there.
Yep.
That's what the fetish is for me. It's like, all right, stop the bleeding. Stop the part of rebar that's hanging out of your forehead and poking other people's eyes off. Put on a hat and see if you can make it through life.
I think as long as the people who you're with aren't uncomfortable about it either. I mean, obviously, if whoever the woman is you're with, I'm assuming it's women, then it's not really a big
I wish I was into feet. Because I would just go hang out at the beach all day long and just stare at chicks' feet.
Pedicurist. Do you be a pedicurist?
I get a job as a pedicurist.
You're a podiatrist.
It would be the great... Well, that takes too much schooling. I just want to push some cuticles around. I don't want to perform surgery, Drew.
Yeah, right.
Or reattach someone at the ankle.
Removing corns.
Yeah,
that is a hardcore fetish.
I would get into it. This is the way I feel about being gay. If I was gay, I'd go right to the gym and just hang out at the locker.
Let me tell you, there's a lot of that happening.
But why do you think gay guys are in such great shape, by the way? Because they live at the gym. And the reason I would live at the gym if I was hanging out in the girls' shower. I'd be at the gym 24/7. We'd have to set up an ISDN line at the gym so I could do the show every night. I love that. It's the greatest when gay guys go, we are not interested in that at all. Come on. You're attracted to the male form, right? I mean, that's sexual to you, right? Yes. So when you see naked guys who are in great shape, lathering up in a sort of shower stall, that isn't exciting to you at all?
You know what happened?
No, it's not. Okay, Pinocchio.
You know what? Talking about fetishes, what happened to me today was around lunchtime. I was waiting to walk to my car, and I was at a stop sign, and the car pulled up, and I thought the guy was going to let me go, and he just stayed there. And he was sitting in his car, jerking off.
Really?
Middle of the day. And I was so shocked. I said, what are you doing?
Oh.
And he just said, I'm sorry. And I said, put that, whatever, away. But I was so shocked.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to drive around the block and come back again.
Wow.
That hasn't happened to me for about 10 years.
Wow. And was he focusing on you?
He was staring at me, and he'd obviously been doing this for a couple of minutes for him to be in the aroused condition he was.
Very flattering.
I couldn't help but look. I mean, it was right there.
I want you to know that I've only done that like 9 times.
Well, You've got company with that.
No, but
I was pretty shocked, I have to say.
Listen, there's
Fetishes, and they need that contact from you too.
I know, and I thought I really shouldn't have said anything to him, but it you know, I was pretty taken aback.
Yeah, it's wrong to do it and include other people that way. I always did it was like, you know,
it was such a beaten up old car, and man.
Well, the guy's not exactly, his career probably isn't getting off the ground.
He was young, though. He was really young.
Really?
I felt bad for him.
And did it do anything for you at all?
Well, that's the strange part, is that I got in the car, I called one of my girlfriends, and I said, you will not believe what has just happened to me. And I was strangely, you know, intrigued by it, but I was also felt slightly invaded.
Right.
You know, it was a very odd thing.
But was there any element of flattery?
Nope.
Like, hey, I still got it?
None whatsoever.
Because let me tell you, when they stop whacking off in the car, that's when you got to worry. That's how the cliche goes,
I don't
right?
want to see any guy in that state other than, you know, someone I choose to.
You know. Okay. So if it was like...
if you had any plans tonight.
If it was like John Stamos whacking off in the car or something, that'd be all right?
Doesn't do it for me.
No. Okay. We'll take a little break. I'll try to find out during the break who she'd like to see in the car, more me or Drew. And how about Drew just riding shotgun and me? You know, how about both of us in the car? Yes. Turn on the defogger. We'll take a little break. Amanda de Cadenet is here tonight, and when we come back, we'll speak to whom, Drew? Chuck? Yeah. Chuck is 14. You cannot be named Chuck at 14. Chucky you can do, but not Chuck. That's not a 14-year-old name. After he, whacks off, speak of the devil, he's really energetic. I can see him, like, dancing around. I'm alive! I'm alive! He wants to know if this is unusual or not. We'll get to that after this.
Loveline, Adam Carolla, and Dr. Drew. Phone number's 1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back.
It's the Loveline. We have to take a quick 10-second time out, which we usually do about this time, although it's usually a few seconds earlier. So we'll just get to it. We'll be back with more Loveline in just 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on Radio Station.
You're my stern but groovy master, Adam.
That was Jennifer Grey or Fiona Apple? Jennifer Grey.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Which one?
Jennifer Grey.
Is she?
Yeah.
You know, she used to come on this show, and I think she even liked me for 10 minutes, but then she didn't come on this time around.
She's busy working.
She's in that new, hey, it's like that. Show. What is the name of that damn show? It's Like You Know show. And
isn't that based on her?
Well, she plays herself. I don't think the show is based on her, but
somebody wrote that for her.
Well, in her, she plays the role of Jennifer Grey in the show. But the show doesn't really revolve around her. She's not the central character. But enough about one of my past loves. Let's move on. Let's only look to the future and the present, could we, my love?
Absolutely.
Amanda de Cadenet is our guest tonight. Mascara is the name of her latest project. And what about other projects coming up?
I'm in a film called Broke Down Palace with Claire Danes and Bill Pullman.
Oh, yeah. I was reading about that. That's, I mean, in your bio, but it was still right up there at the top. That was, you filmed that in Manila?
Mm-hmm. 3.5 months in Manila, Philippines.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And when did that wrap up?
That wrapped, God, where are we now? About 7 months ago.
And when's it coming out?
I believe end of the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Claire Danes and Bill Pullman, huh?
And another English actress called Kate Beckinsale.
When is that? What is that about, I should say?
It's about these girls who get life sentence for smuggling heroin, and it's based on a true story. And one of them's still in jail, actually.
I saw the Midnight Express.
There you go.
Okay. Right. It's the Powder Puff version. That's good.
Not
because,
really.
Well, usually...
Let me tell you, 3 months, and filming in a real prison in Manila. It was.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't mess around with crime over there. Well,
terrifying.
Here's my theory about prisons around the world.
Go on. From your experience, your personal experience.
I've watched a lot of late-night TV, and here's what I figured out. The prison is always going to be a certain percentage less than what the society is. meaning, hey, if you have hot and cold running water and proper sewage and cable TV on the outside, then when you're on the inside, it's not going to be that hellish. But if the outside is a fly-infested swamp with feces rolling down the street and people eating bark, when you're in prison, you're effed. Because it's going to be worse.
That's right.
I mean, there's probably people from Manila and people from Bangladesh who'd be happy to be in our prison system.
Well, you know what? I'm going to be very careful what I say about Manila, because one of the other actresses said some things about her experience in Manila and didn't go down too well.
Well, let's face it.
And you know what? The people were really amazing and very, very hospitable with us.
But you're screwed if you're in prison there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, not too fun.
Well, this is good, because I know it's a serious film, but you have women in prison, and that's always a strong theme. That's a win-win
You've probably
theme.
seen a few late-night women in prison movies, right?
I saw Chained Heat, and I saw Concrete.
Are we back on the pornographic video?
No, these were not. Okay, I guess you call them softcore.
There you go.
Chuck? I've outgrown those movies, huh?
It's Duck.
Duck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Duck. Well, didn't I announce that there's no 14-year-old named Chuck? Turns out I was right. All right, Duck.
If you were English, you'd be Ducky.
What's going on?
When I jack off after like a cum, I kind of get a little more perky and energetic.
Sure.
And like,
sure.
Isn't like the fear like you're supposed to be like tired afterwards?
Well, I think as you get older, that probably happen, but it has to do with how much serotonin we think is released into the brain, and that tends to cause drowsiness. But there is an endorphin surge also that can make you sort of euphoric. Now, let me ask a question that may seem impertinent, but is there any alcoholism in your family?
No.
Okay.
Why? Why do you ask that?
Because alcoholics tend to get more stimulated from endorphins.
That's because they like the buzz.
No, but they actually have a different experience of it. It's different biology.
Why?
I mean, you talk an alcoholic, what they do after they drink, they want to go repave the driveway. And non-alcoholic wants to go to sleep.
I think after an alcoholic has a drink, they want another one.
They do, but even before
eventually the paving begins.
Even before the disease takes off, they have a biologically, qualitatively, and quantitatively different reaction to the alcohol. They actually produce an opiate substance out of the alcohol that non-alcoholics can't. And their endorphin system,
Really? I got to get into
and their
that.
endorphin, you may already be there.
Oh, really?
The
All
endorphin
right.
system is different, configured differently. There's a preponderance of receptors that cause euphoria. It's just a different system.
And that's an across-the-board thing?
For alcoholics.
Drew, let me ask you this question, back to the masturbatory question, because, I'm in my wheelhouse when we're talking about that topic. I have a theory. When you're young and you ejaculate, you have energy, and then when you're old, you want to go to bed. But the reason you want to go to bed when you're old,
who you're with.
Even with the same chick for the last 14 years, her ass is getting wide. And when you're, it's true. And when you're believe me, the honeymoon is over. But when you're 15 and ejaculate, you want to high five everyone in America because you finally got laid, and you've got to call your buddies. I mean, it's cause for celebration.
Well, that's not masturbation.
Oh well, even masturbation, I would throw myself a small part. Absolutely, I was very affectionate with myself, very supportive.
Best place to start, with yourself.
That's where I start and finish. Katie?
Yeah.
You're 22.
22.
What's going on?
Okay, I don't know who the girl was that called in before, but somehow you guys got on to, she was saying something about her friends are worried that their boyfriends are watching pornos or whatever, and it came into a big thing, and maybe it's not good or whatever. I'm a girl. I'm 22, and I watch pornos, and I am perfectly open about it.
Yeah, but you didn't get exposed to it at a dangerously young age, did you?
I think I was like 13 when I found a Playboy magazine in my dad's bottom drawer.
Still fine.
What?
But that's not what we're talking about.
What do you mean?
I don't know. We're not talking about you.
Well, we're talking about hardcore porn, and we're talking about under the age of 10.
No.
Right. So you like porn, you're 22, and that's fine.
Okay, well, it sounded to me like somebody was saying that these guys were bad or whatever for watching pornos, and I thought...
Amanda took issue with it.
Huh?
Amanda took issue with it.
I just said that I wouldn't be personally, I wouldn't be comfortable just because, I have my own issues with pornography. But if it's something that you like, that works for you, then I have no problem with that.
I kind of have to because my boyfriend lives in New York, and I'm, you know what I mean?
You're long distance.
I'm long.
I know that one.
And when I go there, I can't have an orgasm during sex.
Well, you see, that's what I mean. That's what I mean is that for me, pornography, and from what I know from other people, is that it's something that aids people in orgasm or turning them on, whatever it is. And if you need that or that works for you, that's fine. What I'm just saying for me is that I would not be comfortable making love with my boyfriend while he's watching a porno.
Oh, well,
even if he lied and said he was thinking of you?
I know that's a lie.
I know.
I've heard that one.
I've tried that one before. It's like, well, why don't we shut the movie?
Sitting down and watching it with him and seeing if it affected you at all? Because I thought that I wouldn't like that, but I actually sat and watched one with him, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well,
the truth is, turned it off, and did our thing or whatever.
Listen, it's kind of different strokes for different folks. I mean, I don't think either one of you is unhealthy. It's just, personal proclivity. But, Katie,
it's whatever works
why
for you.
can't you have the big O when you're in the presence of your boyfriend?
It's not when I'm in the presence, because he does his thing and it makes me, you know what I mean, the oral sex thing, I can do, but during sex.
Oh, during intercourse. Well,
I can't do it.
Listen.
And I have tried. I have tried.
A lot of women can't do that. What is that? What kind of cruel joke is that?
You know what?
I think it's a withholding. It's giving
and you know
up
what everybody
control.
says is, oh, you're just not with the right guy. And I'll tell you, I am so sick and tired of hearing that.
Yeah.
I'll say, oh, you're not with the right guy.
No, listen, there's a lot of women who cannot have an orgasm during intercourse, but they can have it during oral sex. It's actually, women are like sort of 4 categories. There's the women that can't have orgasms no matter what, when they're alone, whatever, hot and cold running jackhammers, they can't have
That's really bad
sex.
luck.
I know, that's bad. Then there's the ones that can have an orgasm only sort of when they stimulate themselves. Then there's the ones that just can have it orally, and then there's the ones that get the full house, where they get everything during intercourse, whatever. But most of the women we talk to have a little trouble during intercourse, and they enjoy it. They're stimulated by it, but it's the oral sex that really sort of puts them away.
True.
Amanda's not one of those women.
Yeah.
I think from women who I've talked to, it's a combination of things, and I think generally when it comes to actually physically making love, intercourse, I think there's a fear of telling people what does actually work for them and what doesn't.
Why is that fear there?
They're just uncomfortable with vocalizing it, and the women I know that have, it's greatly changed their sex lives.
Who've been able to vocalize it.
Yeah, say what feels good for them.
Right.
But I also think it's a huge intimacy issue. It's a lot harder to disconnect from the person when you can't actually really see them because they're below you.
Well, that's why I wear the eye
Torch.
sombrero. Put a hat on with a big set of bug eyes on top of it. So women think I'm paying attention.
And does that work for your fiancé?
Oh, yeah. She thinks I'm staring right at her. Sometimes I even hold a book or manual up in front of me and study it just to throw her off a little bit. Hey, Amanda, you're welcome to your opinion, and I think you're right in many cases, but I also know that there's just some women where it don't work. I mean, when a guy's on top of them, they cannot have an orgasm. We've talked to many of them, right?
Yeah.
And they don't seem screwed up or anything.
Listen, Drew, I mean, isn't there there's different kinds of orgasms, and for a specific kind of orgasm to happen, you need a couple of things going on, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
And we're talking in code here a little bit. You're talking about people talk about vaginal orgasms and clitoral orgasms, but there is a different quality to the orgasm during intercourse. Some people report.
Right.
But a lot of women can't achieve that for whatever reason. They just can't figure that out.
What is that? Because they're not getting the direct clitoral stimulation?
There's lots of theories about why that happens to people, and Amanda's is as viable as many. It's just some of it's some combination of lack of control, withholding, intimacy issues, biology meets two different anatomies, and whatever interpersonal issues are preventing the flow of information.
But the ones that do, or at least have the dignity to fake it during intercourse, are really way up on my list.
Can I ask you something? Do guys know when women fake it?
No. Don't know.
Drew?
Usually not.
Obviously not, because people might have faked it on you and you think they can't tell.
Listen, women have been in the other room, and I believe them. Are you kidding me? Guys will
How
believe...
do women do that? I have no idea. Someone said that to me the other day, and I said, well, I have no idea what you would do.
Let me, God bless you, let me tell you, it's like somebody saying...
not ever having to fake it.
As a comedian or something, someone going, would you would you know if people like fake laughed or fake applauded or pretended like they were enjoying you when you were doing comedy? What if they weren't really laughing and they're just trying to make you feel good? And my answer would be like, no, I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
If I looked out into a sea of people laughing and holding their sides and slapping their knees, I'd go home happy.
Right.
And I'd feel good about myself, and that'd be about it. Now,
but isn't it in your interest to find out if your partner is really faking it or not?
Yeah. No, because if she fakes
you cannot get married.
That means she loves me. You understand? That means what?
No,
why
it means
would
that
she?
she's taking care of you as opposed to herself. She's
Fair
putting
enough.
you before
That's a good
her.
woman. That's what I
not
want.
a good woman.
It's a codependent woman.
Yes.
Listen, I don't mind faking. I'm fine with that. Laura?
Yes.
You're with me, right?
I'm here.
Okay.
She's here. She's with you.
All right, Laura, what's going on? You're 19 years old.
Yes, I actually have two questions. One's for me and one's for my boyfriend. This is for my boyfriend. Intercourse, at the end when he ejaculates, he tends to get a little bit lightheaded and distorted. And it's not as if we do it very much, maybe once or twice a week. But I don't
What does
know
distorted mean?
Lightheaded, dizziness, not knowing, not totally aware.
He gets disoriented and nearly passes out?
Do you want to talk to him? Ask him.
Well, hold on. Laura,
Yeah.
he gets disoriented, right?
Okay, yeah, that's...
I think when you're saying when she's saying distorted, I think she meant disoriented.
That's what I meant.
Okay. And why does he do that, Drew? Hyperventilation?
Could be hyperventilation. It could. I mean, I would have it checked out, frankly, because it's not particularly normal.
How long do you guys go at it?
Yeah.
Anywhere between a half hour to 3 hours.
Oh,
Well, maybe the 3 hours would leave him a little
He's
light.
dehydrated.
He needs some Lucozade or
Some
whatever they have.
Gatorade.
Gatorade, yeah.
You kidding me? Listen, combined, I don't have 3 hours yet. I'm 34. And listen, I treat sex like a pilot treats, flight time. Like when you say to a guy, how much experience do you have in the cockpit?
How many hours?
Yeah, they don't go, I got a couple of months or a couple of years. They go, I have 1,700 hours.
Right.
That's what I do. I take each 3-minute sexual experience and I add it up.
End to end.
I'm up to 27 minutes now. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
And that's not counting high school because I didn't get laid. So I'm going along pretty good.
This is Tuesdays.
So anywhere between a half hour and 3 hours?
Maybe more sometimes.
Oh, please. You do not have sex for over 3 hours.
We have twice.
And what does that mean, having sex for over 3 hours?
Unless that's like tantric sex.
Yeah, what are you
They're
doing?
19. They're 19.
I know, I understand.
They're having lots of sex.
No, I
Fantastic.
understand you can go for a long run and everything, but you cannot just continuously have sex for over 3 hours unless you're Sting. I think he does that.
That's what I'm saying, tantric.
No, you would get a bladder infection, and the prostate would erupt. Something would happen.
You'd blow something out.
It's not exactly total sex.
Yeah.
You're time. We have foreplay and we play around and we have fun.
And you're naked for 3 hours.
Yeah, and
right.
Beautiful. Enjoy
that. Really enjoy it.
Yeah. And my other question.
You're talking like a bunch of octogenarians. Oh, enjoy your youth. It'll be gone. It's a fleeting moment in your life.
Oh, you kids. You crazy kids. You dreamers, all of you. All right, so anyway, he passes out or he gets lightheaded because he's had sex for 19 hours straight. What's the next question?
Okay, my next question is about my body. I've had problems ever since I've had my period. What'll happen is I'm extremely irregular. I could have my period for an entire month and then go 2 or 3 months without it and get it a week later.
Okay.
And it'll last for maybe 2 days. And what happens for the duration of my period? I vomit the entire time.
Oh, that's nice. You vomit for a month when you have it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, what's the question?
Well, what I've done...
How do I kill myself?
What I've done is I got on a pill, and that helped for a little bit.
Good.
And then and then after that, it just stopped working. So I got on to Depo, hoping that would...
Oh, boy.
Totally stop.
Doesn't that make people sick?
Yeah, sometimes. It stopped it?
Well, it stopped it. I've been on it for about 2 years, and it stopped it, and now my symptoms are starting to come back.
What is your eating pattern? Do you eat regularly?
Yes, I
Because that can change your periods.
Exercise regularly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was your weight fluctuating at all?
Yes.
A lot?
Well, I could, within 3 months, I'll gain 15 pounds and then lose 15 pounds.
Do you have an eating disorder?
No.
An eating problem? Do you take any medications otherwise?
No.
Did you get checked out for thyroid conditions and that sort of thing?
Well,
15 pounds is a lot of weight to gain and lose in 3 months.
Yeah, I know. Somebody told me that I should get it checked out, but I haven't been able to.
You should. You got a lot of stuff. A lot of things need to be checked out here, Laura. I mean, you need to be sure that there's not endometriosis, that there's not ovarian cysts, or that you have a polycystic ovarian syndrome. Thyroid function and other endocrine function needs to be checked, and these eating issues need to be sort of evaluated by somebody.
All right. Now, you and your boyfriend check yourselves into a clinic, and both be evaluated. 3 hours. That is ridiculous. I'm going to put them on my list.
Ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. I just replace the dick with something else. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, Mike, please. I have the most annoying voice in the world, and I can never escape it. Ridiculous.
You can't.
Listen, you get it 2 hours a night.
Oh, you're right. All right.
I get it 24 hours a day.
Oh,
it's hard to hear you over the sound of my own ass. What the hell are you? Mike, would you stop recording things in there, please? Carolyn?
Yes?
What's going on?
I had a guy tell me, the last guy that I was with, he called me today and told me that he had an STD. And he wouldn't take the time to pronounce it for me. He said that it was abbreviated NGU.
Okay.
And he said that he got it from me.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, I want to know how I wouldn't have known that I had it.
Okay.
And I want to know what it is.
Okay. All right.
You want to take a break?
Yeah.
You do. And you know what NGU is?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Ooh.
We'll take it across the break, and I'll tell you what it is after the break.
All right. If you were trying to pronounce it fast, it's a very offensive word. We'll take ourselves a break. We'll be back with Amanda de Cadenet, who does not know what NGU is, but doesn't care because she has the elusive vaginal orgasm. No, yeah, there went one now. And has never, ever faked it. And she's sticking by that story. Thank you. Amanda, quiet down. Take a break. We'll be back.
This summer, heaven and hell collide with an all-new season.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam. That is Drew. Kevin Nealon will be in here tomorrow night. Amanda de Cadenet is in here tonight. Broken Down Palace is a movie you can look for her in. Also currently out, Mascara's in there. Drew's doing a semaphore, trying to get himself a slab of my pie.
Is that apple pie?
It is
peach.
Apple
it is
crumble.
Dutch apple.
Oh,
very nice. Very nice.
Good.
You cannot go wrong with pie, everybody.
They're bringing some in.
Try. Let me say this. At my office, we had 3 or 4 birthdays in the course of maybe 4 or 5 days. Just coincidentally, a bunch of people working there. And they did the office thing where they got that big square white trash lard cake with the plastic
sheet cake
crap on the top. Yeah, sheet. I think you're mispronouncing sheet.
Right, I understand.
Do you understand?
It's like
the cake
team,
part you got right.
Team.
The sheet cake is right.
Yeah, like team, the Russian rapper.
Picture a Mexican guy pronouncing sheet cake. You understand? As in no sheet, Sherlock?
Yeah.
That is the sheet cake that they serve up. Relax over there, Mike. Where are you going? You're quitting anyway.
Pie.
Here's my point is that sheet cake tastes like sheet.
Thank you.
And I want none of it. You get me pies. Thank you very much. This is wonderful. All right, Drew wants to warm up on the coffee, too, don't you, Drew? What do you think? This is a diner? Could you have some sort
It is like a diner, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, man, that is so good.
Okay, and don't let our glasses touch, either. It's kind of weird. All right, you ready to move forward here? Carolyn?
Yes.
You're 20.
Yes.
What's going on?
Well, I had a guy call me today. The last
NGU.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Yeah, what is NGU?
It means non-gonococcal urethritis. And in a man, it can mean lots of different things. It could be something he got from a vaginitis that you had, like Gardnerella. Have you had any discharge or smell, anything like that?
No.
Can we do this after we've eaten our apple pie?
Sorry. The thing, though, that you have to worry about that it can also be indicative of is chlamydia. Though it doesn't necessarily mean that. That is something that could cause something in a male could be called NGU. And in you, oftentimes women that have chlamydia don't know it. It's sort of smolders in the tubes, and it's the leading cause of fertility problems in this country.
It's not necessarily sexually transmitted, though, right?
No, well,
for women.
NGU is not, but chlamydia...
Yeah, but the chlamydia you can just get.
No, I think you're confusing chlamydia with PID. PID,
I don't know the technical term.
Pelvic inflammatory disease.
There's theories that you can just get it from other bacteria, but chlamydia is a sexually transmitted disease. And you need to check it out, and you'll need some antibiotics just to be sure that you're protected, okay?
Okay.
You may not have anything. May have just been a vaginitis. Maybe something he picked up somewhere else. Maybe something he had for a while and didn't know it. But
So there is other ways that he could have gotten it other than me.
Well, somebody else.
Okay.
And but he's being responsible and covering his bases.
But he'd have to be with someone else, Carolla.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Now, why don't you... You know, everybody's...
That's hard, because you're trying to figure out whether your guy has slept with someone else or not. You know, that's the bottom line to that one.
The bottom line with all these diseases, you get them from having sex with strangers, and all that, hey, we yank the same doorknob, or we use the same toilet seat, or
you know
we
what?
borrowed towels.
You know,
never works.
If you think you're having a monogamous relationship with someone, they tell you, guess what, I've got something, obviously they're going to say it's from you, rather than I cheated on you, and in fact, I've given it to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it's kind of, not only do you, are you being duped, but you feel like you're responsible
for it. Yeah, well, that's
it.
classic transference.
Well, that's why guys are evil. Tracy?
That's me.
One orgasm, thank you, though.
Oh, you're welcome.
We do not have the vaginal, the rectal, the sperminal, the scrotal, the nostril. Women have like 14 different orgasms.
Oh, aren't we lucky?
We got one. That's all we need.
That's all you need.
A good pair of boots. Tracy?
That's
what you whack off into. All right, what do you want?
Okay, I just wanted to address something with Drew. And
he's eating right now.
The call yesterday about the Incubus thing.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Yeah, well, that's actually called the hypnagogic experience. But it was a really, it happened to me several times when I was in adolescence.
Excuse me, what is an incubus? I was not here yesterday.
The incubus is a ghost that feels you up while you're in your bed.
Something like that. Yeah, but and there was a female version called the succubus. And the reason that I know all about this is because this happened to me when I was an adolescent. And it actually, you know, underlined or reinforced supernatural belief, you know, until I checked it out. Yesterday, I think that Drew kind of portrayed it as some kind of a mental illness.
No, it was a sleep disturbance.
A sleep disturbance. And now, in my studies, it seems like it's something that's quite common. Is that correct?
This sleep disturbance?
Yes.
No, hypnagogic experiences are caused by lots of different things. In her case, she had a history of night terrors.
Yes.
And she described a classic combination of night terrors with these locked-in experiences, feeling touched and whatnot. I mean, that's just a classic sleep disturbance.
Where does that come from?
It can be a psychiatric basis, some sort of some mood disturbance or some previous trauma. It could be a seizure disorder. Can be other sort of non-specific sleep disturbances.
I see.
What is your assertion, Tracy, that the incubus and the succubus, which I saw too? No, I did see that. I know it sounds comical, but I saw a movie in 1979. Tracy, back me up.
Late night TV.
There was a movie called Vampire Succubus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Cable.
I saw that on TV. It's like, God, anything for it back in 1979.
Oh, hey,
kids.
I did have one question for you.
But wait a minute. Do you believe that these things exist?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's saying
it's a neurologic.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And in different settings, it can have lots of different. I mean, the causes of those sorts of hypnagogic or illusions or his hallucinatory experiences. I mean, there are thousands of potential explanations for each one, so it depends on the setting.
I think it can also
LSD will do that
underline or reinforce a supernatural belief.
Tracy, absolutely. I'm glad you bring it up as somebody who at one time believed it was real and then found out it was a biologic event. So, and I appreciate the call, frankly, because people think, oh, yeah, Drew's just the man, you know, talking about he's the guy who wants to lock us up. I know, I'm just this guy. I just have had thousands of experiences with this.
Really, you've had that many people.
I work in a psychiatric hospital, and I see all.
No, but what I'm asking is it that common? Because I've never heard of it before.
Well, this particular one is not that common. I mean, there are all sorts of visual experiences people have.
But one of the cornerstones of being sort of mentally ill is to believe that you're connected with some sort of power, some sort of realm.
There's actually an animal like this, and Amanda, there's actually a name for the experience that she had, Tracy. It's called formication. Formication. It's in the Bible. It's a tactile hallucination. It comes from the Latin word formica, meaning ant. The classic formication is feeling ants on your body.
Or meaning
alcoholics.
Wood grain laminate. Can I squeeze in a joke every once in a while?
I'll take a breath.
Thank you.
Squeeze one in. But the alcoholics classically experience formication.
Okay. Tracy?
Oh, hey, Adam?
Yeah.
It's getting to be about that time. When are you going to be announcing for your presidential campaign?
Oh, hey.
That's right.
That's an idea.
I got to run.
This guy's onto something.
Did we establish that Pat Paulson is dead, and now there's some
you
sort
must pick up that banner.
Independent crackpot party I can run on?
Hey, you're just the last bastion of common sense.
I'm just afraid some sort of SS troop will appoint you.
I will be announcing my running
candidacy.
My candidacy. Sorry, I got to get the terminology right. Here's what I'm running on. Here's my platform. Here's what we're going with. Whatever makes sense. Now,
whatever works. How about that?
Well, listen. Whatever religion you are, whatever your thoughts are, whatever your upbringing was, we're throwing it all out the window. Here's what we do.
Brainwash you.
When it comes to do we sell guns at gun shows without registration or whatever it is, without the waiting
common sense
3 day, whatever makes sense.
Yeah,
whatever makes sense.
Let's see. Is it sensible to let anybody have guns?
No, doesn't seem to make sense.
Make sense. So we'll restrict it in some way.
Now, on the other hand,
however, some people's common sense is very off.
It's what makes sense
for me to say. Thank you.
Okay, the world according to Adam.
That is absolute. Write that down, Drew.
And you need a little circle of wise men or something. Wise men and women.
I really would like yes men and sort of busty women.
Yes, women. Yeah.
Thank you. I don't want wise guys. Nick.
Yeah.
You're 19.
I am.
You're on with Amanda de Cadenet, by the way.
How you doing, Amanda?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Good.
I got a question for you guys. I think Drew might be able to answer it better. I don't know, maybe. I got a friend. He does pull-ups a lot, and he starts telling me one day that he can have an orgasm when he does a lot of them, and he feels like he's straining a lot.
Yeah, we talked to a guy who was doing that ab machine. Did that? A guy, remember?
Right. His boyfriend was pounding him in the ass.
No. He was doing something.
He was doing something. Yeah.
Remember that? He was lifting weights though.
Right.
Yeah, this is possible. I don't know why or for whom or whether they have to be taking decongestants or some medication to predispose to this or what, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't believe him at first, but then we made him let us watch him, and then he was just he went crazy.
There's no way he squoze one off under those conditions.
No, he didn't.
Is it squeezed?
Squoze is fine.
Squoze.
Pulled, I don't know what, but he did. It was nasty, and I tried doing.
He sounds appropriately.
You did not.
He
see
sounds
that.
appropriately traumatized.
What?
Really? All right.
Nasty like bad or nasty
Imagine
good?
this poor guy's, gym coach. He jumps up on the bar and is like, "Come on, Stewie, one more. What? Oh my! Jesus Christ! What's going on? He's an alien."
That's what. One time he was in gym and he was going to try to break the school record, and then he started to feel it come on, so then he had to stop.
Oh my God!
Really?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh my God.
No, that sound effect. I'm sorry.
Wow. Wow, this is great because not only do you have the orgasm, but you have huge arms because you never stop.
Oh, imagine if you had this talent. Oh, my God.
I'd have an upper body like a Russian gymnast.
Yeah.
Because I'd be constantly doing... I'd have to do chin-ups every night.
You have to fill your time. You have to figure out some maneuvers while you're doing it and stuff.
I'd work it into a routine.
Drew, I was noticing how sort of well-built you are up and your arms are.
Oh, she's alluding that maybe I've spent my time doing pull-ups.
No, I was just noticing.
Thank you.
No, Drew pays someone to masturbate. He's very busy. He talks into a dictaphone while someone yanks him off.
Beg your pardon.
You know what I mean. Tape recorder. Nick?
Yeah.
All right. So your friend can do this. God bless him. I wonder, though, if the guy... Do you think his valve is a little loose? You know what I mean? Like if he was with a woman...
would he like
go off a little early?
No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how many? You know what it would take?
But also could be superhuman control.
No.
Because he could just hold back the muscular sort of aspect of it.
No, I don't think so.
Well, you're thinking if somebody can get stimulated with such little stimulation,
How can you find out how to do that too?
Some stimulation must be the end of it. Right?
I'm just saying, in order to have an orgasm when you're not directly stimulating yourself, that means that it's like a car alarm that goes off without someone breaking into the car.
Right.
You know how some car alarms are not set right, and
the wiring isn't right.
Bus drives by, or a squirrel farts, or an acorn lands on the car, and the thing goes off and wakes you up because they're too sensitive.
Right.
And I think it's the same with his penis. Too sensitive. Got to get low jack on that.
We'll never know.
Okay. No, the world may never know. We don't care, but we can ask Mr. Al. You know that reference, Drew? Mr. Al?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Tootsie Pop.
That's right. Amanda de Cadenet is here. We'll explain that Tootsie Pop phenomenon to her during the break. And,
1, a 2, a
3. And when we come back, well, remember when commercials would run for like 11 years?
It just seemed that way to us.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I swear to God, though, there's certain commercials. One of them was the Tootsie Pop commercial.
By the way. I would not have remembered that so long ago. It's come back.
The Tootsie Pop Owl is back?
I just saw it about a week ago.
Oh, okay. Anyway, when we come back, we'll speak to Alex. After 3 weeks of great sex, why does girlfriend no longer want it? Well, Amanda will shed some light on poor Alex after this.
Loveline will be right back.
Loveline will be right back.
Hey, y'all. All right, quiet down. You're here to plug the movies.
Right, okay.
Not get into psychotherapy.
Okay, there we go.
Broke Down Palace is a movie you can find Amanda de Cadenet in, coming out pretty soon. And Mascara's one you can find her in right now. Amanda de Cadenet is our guest tonight. Always a joy to speak to Amanda.
Thank you, Carolla.
There's something engaging about Amanda. Smart, sexy, has that dialect or that accent. Very nice. And we were talking about the sort of supernatural phenomenon during the commercial. And what I was asking, or what I've said on the show is I'm from North Hollywood, and there's nothing going on there.
There's no ghost there?
No history, no nothing. Like, they never had a Scooby-Doo episode take place in North Hollywood. You have to be somewhere near a swamp in order for ghosts. Ghosts apparently hang out at the swamp.
Swamps? Carnivals?
Well, that's Scooby-Doo, but I just mean in general, you have to go to Louisiana if you want to find a ghost in this country.
I disagree with you.
But here's what I'm asking. There's no ghosts in North Hollywood. I mean, I was born and bred there. I had 1,000 friends. No one saw anything ever.
I think it's also how receptive you are to them, because some people are and some
But you're
people
not
aren't.
receptive when you come from North Hollywood. But here's my point.
What is your point?
What is England like for that?
Well,
I mean, I know it's not as old as North Hollywood, but there's still some history there, is there not?
Well, I grew up in an area called Chelsea in London, and it was a house that was built on the site of an old monastery, Sir Thomas More.
My God.
So it was very, very old.
That was Henry VIII's guy,
That's right.
Yeah.
And
he used to flog himself with. He used to wear hair shirts and flog himself.
There you go.
How come no one just lives in an apartment?
Amazing tradition.
Yeah.
But that entire neighborhood is been known for ghosts, especially of monks.
So you grew up in an area that was sort of rich with that.
I did actually, yes.
Already.
Which is why Henry it doesn't really scare me.
Finally killed Thomas More, or the church killed him,
or the church
killed him.
Yeah.
Wow. How come everyone from England has a good story? Like, you know,
there's lots of stories.
We've got a lot of history.
They got real stuff going on.
What I mean is,
you got to go to London. It'll blow you away.
Drew. Okay.
There are things that are more than 50 years old.
Forget it. Drew, working for 4 years, doesn't know when a joke's coming on. Just forget about it. Forget about it. It's okay.
I like to
It's uncanny. Speaking of being possessed, Keegan?
Yeah.
That's not the call we're supposed to be taking.
Oh, it isn't? Why did I press
Keegan
that?
does not
Hold
sound
on
like
there,
he's
Keegan.
awake.
Alex?
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Good. You're 21. What's going on?
All right. I've been seeing this girl for a little over a year, and we've been having great sex all the time. And then the last time I had sex was like 3 weeks ago. And since then, I've been trying. I mean, I was trying to have sex with her, and she just saying that she doesn't want it. She doesn't feel like it. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. And I was asking if there's something she wants to tell me. There's another guy or something like that. She said no.
How about, did you give her an opportunity to talk about her feelings?
Because women like to talk about their feelings.
Well, women, and not only are they good at it and like to do it, they experience their sexuality as a result of and through their feelings. And if you don't stay present and you don't stay connected or sensitive to feelings, the rest of it ain't coming either.
Right, but I always tell that if you wanna tell me something, tell me like whatever. If you want something.
But were you like being defensive?
It's the language
and,
as well. It's the language that you may approach her with, and it may work to ask her, just ask her how she's feeling about being with you, as opposed to defending it and saying, "Is there a problem? Is there another guy?" Just ask her why. Maybe
Right.
she wants to share how she's feeling.
I was having a serious conversation about it with her.
But Alex, I'm getting anxious just talking to you. I think, and I hope this is not meant to be confrontative, is that you need to figure out a way that it's not about you, it's about her and her feelings.
That's what I was talking about her.
Okay.
And let me tell you, if she wants to be with you, she'll find you.
But she won't tell you anything.
Hey, Alex, has she been returning your calls and calling you and all that?
No, we're having a great relationship. It's just the sex life doesn't.
No, she's not been returning your calls?
We're having normal relationship.
Okay. It drives me nuts. Maybe it's just this country. Everyone starts off every sentence with no. And I don't know if it's this whole defensive posture, what's going on, but if you go, hey, you walking erect these days? Is your tail falling off? No, not at all. Not at all. I am evolving. I'm a human being.
Because everyone's programmed to not tell the truth and just protect and defend themselves.
The first answer out of everyone's mouth is no.
Defensive.
Right, and I understand the way they mean it, but what I'm curious is she done with the sex, or is she done with the relationship, or is she done with both?
I think what he's saying, though, is he can't get any information from her. And
but he's saying she's calling him back and doing all that.
Relationship's okay, but he needs to find a way to connect with her. That he just has to keep at it.
Monica.
Oh, hi, yeah, lately, I don't know what's wrong with my boyfriend, but, I gave him, blowjobs and stuff, but he just, wouldn't, have, a boner and stuff, and I think is there something wrong with me, or, him?
It's definitely
not you.
It's not you.
Oh, yeah,
It's not you.
Because, I'm being, really frustrated lately, because I'm okay, I can't, try to work it, and, it's driving him crazy.
Oh, man.
Me crazy.
Is he on any medication?
Me?
Him.
Him? No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Did you do drugs?
No.
Do you wear a retainer?
Yeah, braces.
You do? All right.
Some guys like that.
Some guys, but not most. To me, I see a bear trap coming at my penis. Woman with braces.
Yes,
but it does play. It does play younger. So
do you take the retainer out or keep it in?
Double-edged sword. No, she's got braces.
I have braces. I take it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm careful and stuff because I don't want to, hurt him and stuff with braces. You have loose ends and stuff.
It's just funny. I mean, it's sort of. I'm sure I'm going to get a hooker and pay for her orthodontics work and get her to put braces on and then give me oral sex just so it's some kind of weird naughty thing, give her one of those huge trash can lid type suckers, to lick on.
Adam, I swear you have got more out of control since last time I was on the
Really?
show. Oh yeah.
Actually, he's been coached in that direction recently.
Oh my good God.
I think I should do that. All right, so hey, Monica, it has nothing to do with you because how old is he?
He's 17.
Your average 17-year-old boy, if he was even thought he may have the notion or an outside chance of getting oral sex, would have an erection that would last well until his 20s.
It's very hard not to take that personally, but let me tell you, I really don't think it's to do with you.
No,
it isn't.
Honestly,
he, for some reason, he may be anxious about you.
Yeah.
You may add to his anxiety in some way, but it's not about you. It's his anxiety.
Oh, and as soon as he loses the first one, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. You don't recover. I mean,
That's not true.
No, okay. I mean, no, I know.
You will ultimately recover.
Your experience is different than that. But, I mean, yeah, he'll bounce back eventually in his mid-40s. But what I'm saying is if he, for some reason...
It's a very sensitive issue.
If he has... It is?
When they...
What's going on?
Cannot get an erection.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
Very, very sensitive, and you have to be so gentle with them. If you make fun of them or...
Shame them.
Forget it. It's not happening.
No.
I think it's something that, that the women have to learn how to deal with. To not take it personally and be gentle with the other person.
Right, but I'm saying that if for some reason, if it happens once, there's a 500% higher probability of it happening the second time because of the first one and because that guy has it in his eye.
Unless it's okay. The situation is made okay by the woman, and then the guy doesn't feel embarrassed or shameful, and then it cannot happen again.
It would. That would be good, but there's still a higher chance the second time.
There is a higher chance, absolutely.
Right, and that's what's going on.
I think there is a way around it. Is what I'm saying.
Everyone just needs to relax, have a laugh about it, and just sort of work through it. That's all. Thank God it's never happened to me. Katie, you're 22.
Yeah. My problem is that I've been seeing this guy, and we've only been seeing each other for about 2 months. But I have a little boy involved in the situation. And my little boy really is starting to like him, and I really actually am starting to like him as well. But he just likes me. He doesn't want to go above and beyond that.
Katie sounds
so should I just let time take its course? Or
Katie, you sound very young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything ever happened to you when you were younger?
Well, I mean, I've got a dysfunctional family.
What did they do?
My mom's been married 3 times. I mean...
What did some of those dads do to you?
Stepdads?
My real dad I really even never knew.
What did the stepdads do?
My second dad, I mean, I still have an okay relationship with him. My third dad was pretty schizo. He had a gun at our faces. I mean, he was...
Yeah, there it is. How old were you?
They got married when I was about 6th grade.
12, just like
how old are you now? That's what you sound. 22.
22. And how old's your boy?
He's almost 3.
But she sounds 12. See, and that's when she got arrested.
Whenever we talk to, it doesn't happen with guys. Guys' voices just change because puberty kicks in, and you saw that Brady Bunch episode where Peter's voice changed. But women, whatever they sound like, however old they are, that's where the trauma was.
However the voice sounds.
Once in a while, you get some squeaky Asian chick or something, and that's just has to do with like
size of the vocal cords.
Yeah, and the size of like a windpipe and stuff. But more often than not, with people like Katie, it's something that she sounds 12 because that's when the guy starts swinging the gun around.
More Jello, Mom.
Right. That was like a 25-year-old woman.
Yeah.
I got to say more Jello, Mom, because it sounded like a kid.
Okay, Katie, here's the deal. The guy is not available in the way you need him to be available. Because you're attracted to him, we don't trust him.
No.
You be very careful with your attractions, and do not get your kid involved with these relationships until they are many, many months old. That is not fair to the child. You are putting him or her, what was it, him? Her? Through the exact same trauma you went through with all the dads.
Isn't that a wild coincidence, Drew?
Yeah, how about that?
Don't do it to your kid.
You are going to be prone to pick guys.
They're going to repeat the pattern.
That's right.
Okay, we'll take a break. We'll be back.
Call 1-800-LOVE-191. Operators are standing by.
Loveline will be back in a minute. 92.1 KFMA.
Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. She's Amanda de Cadenet, and that is our show. Kevin Nealon will be in here tomorrow night. Mascara is the name of the movie. It is out right now, and also Broke Down Palace, which sounds real interesting.
That's
Chicks in Prison.
Not for a few months.
Not for a few months, yes. That will be out, so you can look for that. Amanda, fun as usual.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Come back anytime, please.
Thank you, Carolla.
And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This is Loveline. The views expressed on Loveline are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station.
And are probably not the views of Westwood One Entertainment. Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingle.
Now, please listen to this station longer.